Morning, good evening, and good afternoon, the Silver family. Now, what is the topic of today? The Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar, the rapper. Wow. Listen. Originality pays off. What do I mean by originality? For all those young people out there, whether you want to be an influencer, you want to be a rapper, you want to be a singer, you want to be a businessman, you have to be, sorry, let me turn off the air in the car, it's too loud. You have to be original. Let me put it this way. When you go down the line of the most influential rappers ever or singers, usually the people that are honest with themselves, are original with their music. And that's what Kendrick is. Even if you're an influencer, right, you have to stand for your brand, for what you believe and what represents you as a person. Do not sell out. Only Kendrick, he's the only rapper that I can think of that can do what he did at the Super Bowl. J. Cole couldn't have done it, because with J. Cole's lyrics, right, I'm a rap head. Let me break it down for you. J. Cole's lyrics, even when you look at his catalog, when you look at his albums, his music, is more from a personal perspective, not a broader perspective. 80% of his music is more from a personal perspective, from his personal life, his personal inner circle when he's rapping. And maybe like 10%, 20% is what's going on in the world, whatever. With Drake, he doesn't rap about anything that we as the black culture can relate to. You know, maybe one now and then, you know, he's a culture vulture where he's a colonizer, where he would take something that's popping, whether it's in the UK, whether it's in America, and then implement it into his music. But from a broader perspective, from a historical perspective, Drake does not have that in his music that can represent black culture. Lil Wayne, let's talk about Lil Wayne, because the Super Bowl was at his home city, and there was a whole shenanigans going on about him, the Super Bowl not choosing him to perform. Lil Wayne, anybody who heard his music or who still listens to his music isn't about the people. His music is extremely narrow, in a sense of he's more of a punchline rapper. Oh, that bar was hard. Lasagna doesn't rhyme, whatever, with G. He's more of a punchline. He's more of MC type of rapper, where people just want to listen to bars. But Kendrick, he's a combination of all these artists that I've just mentioned. He speaks about his personal life. He speaks about the broader aspect of society, especially within the black community. He speaks about, when it comes to punchlines and bars, if you want to listen to bars, Kendrick has got that for you. If you want to listen to Mr. Morale kind of perspective, therapy, black trauma, he's got that for you. You want to listen to club bangers, he's got that for you. But 80% of his music is more about what we are fighting within society, especially within the black community. Going back to the Super Bowl, anyways, Super Bowl was great. Few things that I noticed at the Super Bowl. All the dancers, whether they were female or male, were all black. For one. And that was beautiful to see. Again, we should be talking about more inclusion and why were there no white dancers or whatever. However, he took that opportunity to put black culture on the bigger stage in America, if not the world. Because people forget that black culture, black music is one of the biggest influence in the world. It doesn't matter where you go. Any genre of music is influenced by black culture, whether it's fashion, whether it's music. And it was only right for him to put that in the center of the stage. Fashion-wise, I loved the outfit they were wearing, which represents the American flag, the blue, red, and white. What a timing. What a time. Especially now that Trump has won the election and he's the president that's representing America. Make America great again. The timing of the whole thing is just worked out perfectly. And one of the reasons why I like the fashion in that performance is because the girls were not exposing themselves. Where, if you've watched the previous or the past Super Bowls, where the dances, whether it's female or male, they were very revealing. You know, you gotta show a little bit of skin, short skirts, tight clothes. It was beautiful. Caesar, her outfit was great. She didn't come on stage showing how much of a beautiful body she has. She was well covered. Everything was just family friendly and black culture at its core. What else? At this rate, we all getting sued by Drake. We all getting sued. Let me tell you, my grandma is getting sued. My children are getting sued. My mom, my uncle, everybody's getting sued. You getting sued as well by Drake at this rate. Because what Kendrick did, right? He looked at the camera and say Drake, like, stop playing, man. Stop playing. Stop. And the transition of the songs, especially Humble, that song, when he performed that song and the dances, the steps, just because he started the Be Humble. He started from the verse and then he went straight afterwards. He went into the chorus. That's transition to the chorus of Be Humble, and the stamping on the ground. That was just magnificent. It almost reminded me of Michael Jackson. You know how he likes to do the army stamp and walk, the marching. It had that army presence, that Bigfoot presence. I love that transition. Don't even get me started with Uncle Samuel. I'm even forgetting his name. Samuel Jackson. It is Samuel Jackson. Yeah, it is Samuel Jackson. My days. The whole structure, having Samuel Jackson narrate the event was just superb. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I loved it. The songs, that Kendrick chose the right songs, and the whole transition from song to songs was perfect. The dancing, Caesar coming in, singing, Uncle Sam, it was beautiful. If I was to rate it out of 10, I usually don't give 10 to anything, because 10 is perfection. So I'm gonna give it 9.9. 9.9. I'm gonna remove that 1% just to not be biased. But I'll give it a 9.9. It was great. Oh, don't even get me started with the breath control. You know how hard it is to move on the stage. I used to perform. You know how difficult it is you moving on the stage, right? You dancing and you rapping, and you have to listen. It is extremely difficult with no backup singers. You rap into the beat, no backtrack. That and his breath control. Come on, man. You gotta give Kendrick his award. Well, he got 5 Grammys for that song, for Not Like Us. However, I can imagine how hard he had to work to control his breath while he's performing. What else have I all I can say is that Super Bowl performance was the blackest thing I've ever seen. It was hood, it was black. Oh, Serena Williams. You know what? Serena should have been on the music video for Not Like Us. Honestly, she should have been on that music video. Anyways, going back to the main point of being original. If you're a young person coming up, you're an influencer, a rapper, a singer, be original. Because when you're not original, you will lose moments that Kendrick is having right now. You will lose those moments. And I think one of the reasons why Lil Wayne did not get selected, it's not because he hasn't sold the most records. It's not because he's not a great rapper. It comes down to this. What can Lil Wayne rap about that Family Time TV can watch and say, this is American. This is America. I don't want to say the wrong word. This is that the Americans can say this is what we need, or the Americans can say we can relate to from a broader perspective. Maybe I'm choosing the wrong words. I hope you know what I mean. Because Lil Wayne couldn't have done what Kendrick just did. He couldn't. He couldn't. I'm sorry, but he couldn't. Be original, young people. Be original. Whatever field, whatever media, whatever arts you choose, be original. Because you do not want to lose an opportunity or the moment that Kendrick has right now. Be original. Represent something that you believe, so that you can be a voice for that thing that you believe. Thank you for watching. Logan Silva. We are gone.